Welcome. We're coming to you from MIT. This week is Kaspersky Lab Startup Week. We've been really impressed with the teams, the quality of the ideas, and really the maturity. You know, we're used to seeing a lot of student startups. These guys are for real. You know, they've been doing it for quite a while. They're out there in the market, and it's really fun to see the quality that we're seeing. So we have here with us now whispeer, and they have a great idea that they're going to share with us.
Yeah, whispeer is a sharing platform on the internet, and what we do is we protect what you share. Usually if you share stuff on the internet, you believe it to at least be public at some point in time. But what we ensure is that if you share stuff on the internet, it's only read by who you want it to read. So you can go on our platform and share stuff with your friends, and only the friends you want them to read it can read it.
Before we started filming, you gave a great example, and I thought, you know, especially here in the U.S., that we're heading into political season, that there's a lot of concern in signing your name to and making a statement out there on the web. But if you have an area that's protected, that changes. And so I think, oddly enough, by being private, you might be able to be more public.
Yeah, so what we found was on Facebook, at least in my newsfeed, there are no political discussions anymore. And we found when our friends started using our platform, they started doing political discussions again. And I think those were encouraged by the fact that they just know that it's secure.
So talking about security, we are not just saying it's secure, it's really secure. You can look it up, our source code is online. And we use encryption, so we can't read anything that's shared. And we ensure that only the recipients can read it.
And I think that's actually a big deal, because some of the other teams, and I won't name who, have not put the source code forward. And I think a lot of the question, at least as myself as a user, comes to trust. Yeah. Can I trust this service? And if they're not willing to disclose the code that they're running, I feel somehow uncomfortable. Right? And so I think if you can actually peruse the code, you can take feedback from the community, you can leverage the open source inspection, I think that goes a long way towards winning that trust.
Yeah, definitely.
So can you comment perhaps a little bit more as to any other security use cases that you stumbled along the way as you started to build that you hadn't considered when you started? Yeah.
So in the beginning, for me, it was mainly politics, but what we stumbled upon is there are a lot of topics. I mean, this depends on the person you're talking to.
Right.
I mean, everybody has got an own barrier of what we want to keep private. But typical things are like politics, of course, but also medical stuff, health. I wouldn't share my health status on Facebook, but I would share it privately with my friends. I mean, I do. They know if I'm sick. They know if I'm not feeling right. But also like my social situation. If I'm like unemployed at the moment, I wouldn't put that on Facebook, but I would put it privately with my friends. I mean, they know it, and they could help me. We could discuss that. Right.
No, that's an excellent point, especially around health, because there's a lot of diseases that don't necessarily have cures, yet the community can support each other and share approaches that make them feel better. So I think you have a great idea. I wish you the best. Maybe you want to mention your website so people can find you?
Yeah, so it's whispeer.de. Whispeer, like whisper, but with 2 E.
Great. So thank you, guys.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.